is also green, and we're looking good. Like I said earlier, the weather is looking fantastic at the Cape for both launch and recovery. With just about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left before liftoff, let's listen into the final countdown on the launch nets.
Check.
And startback recharge is starting.
Check.
RP1 bleed.
Stage 2 cradle arms are open.
AFTS final setup started. MVAC igniter purges.
Oh, gotcha.
Stage 1 LOX load has closed out.
Can you hear me and the stream?
Pogo bleed verification, stage 1.
I really like this new status indicator here. This is pretty sick. So there's a dummy aboard wearing one of the SpaceX pressure suits and a little Earth thing, plush toy.
Stage 2 LOX load closing out.
Should be very interesting. Historic stuff here, guys. I know it just seems like another SpaceX launch, but this will get us one step closer to launching astronauts from America, from the United States. Finally, for the first time since 2011, when the shuttle program ended. So just real quick, here's Elon Musk's Twitter. This is the inside of the capsule. And we got the dummy here and our little earthen friend. We're going to probably have a view inside the capsule, it looks like. So that should be pretty interesting. 1 minute to launch.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Ground gas closeout is complete.
I'm just going to shut up here.
Go for launch. Stage 2 is pressing for flight.
Also, it looks like there will be a landing of the first stage, so that's pretty great. Unfortunately, it looks like the stream is only in 720p, so, you know, apologies for that.
Stage 1, pressing for flight.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Jeff, I can hear
4,
you.
3,
oh, good. Holy shit.
2,
hey, welcome.
1, 0.
Here we go.
Oh, fuck, dog. Chill the fuck out. Stop it.
All right, here we are.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Hey, So nothing wrong yet. 20 seconds.
It's a good sign. This is in the middle of the night on the East Coast in Florida.
Well, this is in Florida tonight.
Yeah. 2:30 in the morning right out there.
Why are they? Oh, right, because they need a rendezvous.
Stage 1 throttle bucket.
Yeah, they got a...
Power and telemetry nominal.
They need a launch window for the International Space Station. Yeah, dude, this new status indicator is fucking sweet.
I love it. The fucking like globe design they got going on.
Yeah.
Vehicle is supersonic.
The vehicle just passed through max Q, which is the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure
Okay.
on the vehicle.
Where are we at right
As
now?
you can hear
Max
in the
Q. All
background,
right.
The excitement at SpaceX headquarters is unbelievable here.
Stage 1 throttle.
Vehicle is passing through max Q.
Shit, dude, that's so beautiful. I still remember going out. We have to go to another launch.
No. Okay. Yes, we do.
The Falcon 9 actually throttles down its 9.
Jesus, you're a little ahead of me because I'm actually watching this stream right now.
It is now throttling those engines back up.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's probably like 4 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds.
You freaked me out because I thought something blew up.
35 seconds is going to be 3
Oh.
events in quick succession. The first one is going to be the main engine cutoff, or MECO. That's when the 9 Merlin 1D engines that you can see on your screen right now will cut off shortly before a stage separation at 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Shortly after that, the Merlin vacuum engine on the bottom of the second stage of the Falcon 9 will ignite in what we call second engine start, or SES. That'll be at 2 minutes and 46 seconds. So stand by for main engine cutoff, stage separation, and second engine start coming up in just about 20 seconds from now.
Ooh-wee.
Dude. Okay, stage separation.
Okay. I mean, like, this is... Everyone's cheering and stuff. This is, like, really clockwork. Like, they've done this so many times. I don't think a second stage separation has gone wrong since, like, the Falcon 1.
As you can hear from the cheering here at SpaceX headquarters, we did have a successful main engine cutoff, a stage separation.
Yeah, it's like fucking clockwork now. It's so nice to see.
Your screen, that second stage engine is currently started and accelerating Dragon towards orbit. On the left-hand side of your screen, that is a view from the first stage as it makes its way back down towards the Earth. Let's go down to Lauren and Dan for updates on that first stage recovery.
All right, so as you can just see, we lifted off. We had an awesome liftoff of stage 1.
Looks like we got another follower, by the way. Somehow, when we were off stream.
That it is performing right now, which is getting ready to come back.
McSniffy01.
So stage 1 is going to
Sniffy. All right. Well,
5 days ago. Yeah.
5 days ago. Wow.
Yeah, just in the middle of the week. Very odd.
That's where 3 of the
Maybe another restream bot or something, but whatever. I'll take them.
Yeah. Numbers to the 50 that we need for affiliate.
Let me go ahead and...
Heating would heat up stage 1, and it would potentially break it apart. So we got to slow it down. From there, stage 1 is going to
go ahead and move this down.
To help steer it, and then it'll execute the landing burn.
Oh, yeah,
that's
perfect.
going to happen at T plus 9 minutes and 24 seconds. That's where we're going to reignite that.
Just think about how hot something needs to be to glow hot.
And you see how fast it starts glowing like that too.
God.
It's like instantaneous. In a matter of seconds.
Right here, continuing to power Dragon. It's going to continue
What kind of power it takes to put something in orbit. So how long after launch is it?
Down to a single engine, but that one provides.
Is it going to coast?
Recapturing the first stage? Yeah, yeah.
Is the first stage or the second?
I just saw entry burn. So they're getting the
oh yeah.
first stage. They're recovering it.
Yes, they are.
And then it'll be
wondering when they
turned
were
over
going to start
thrusters
coasting
on
again.
Dragon once it's
I believe they're gonna
stage,
land
then
it just
begin
off
to
the
chase
coast.
down
Actually, they're not
over
gonna land it
orbit
back at the landing pad.
5 minutes, 11 seconds, and counting past launch. All the calls so far indicating nominal performance. So we're continuing to see great stuff so far from both stages of Falcon 9.
Okay, we're hearing that MVAC is performing nominally. It's looking good on power.
There it is.
Temperatures are good.
What's the other thing that's in there?
Come back nominally and look over there on the left.
Oh,
on your
it's
screen,
the
you see that picture of Ripley and that 0G indicator.
Ripley's the dummy. And the 0G indicator is the plush toy. It's a plush toy of the Earth with arms and legs.
Oh, I got you. So it's not strapped
So
in,
it'll start floating
bouncing around.
when, yeah, it's a visual feedbacks to show that there's 0G in the.
That's one way to do it.
6 minutes past launch.
Yeah, so once Seco 1 happens, they'll probably show inside to show that it bounces. I think it is strapped in though, or something.
On stage 2.
Maybe they have a release.
Or they have like
trigger for
on a tether or something, so.
So it doesn't like get stuck anywhere.
Yeah, somebody on Twitter was like, "I'm betting that it's gonna."
Still have about 2.5.
I'm betting it's gonna like bounce off a frame and then like hit one of the touch screens and fuck up the mission.
We're just under a minute away from that entry burn on stage 1 that I mentioned
But
before.
I don't know. I feel like that's pretty fucking slim that would happen.
No chances.
So are you listening to me on Discord, or are you listening to me through the stream?
Just on Discord.
We're over
Oh, okay.
7 minutes since that liftoff. Feels like it
Yeah,
was 30
I just don't
seconds
have the
ago.
stream, like the rocket
Continuing
stream.
to carry Dragon up. It's going to make it to that initial orbit after it separates. The separation coming about a minute after that second stage cutoff.
Stage 2 propellant tank pressures are looking good. The burn continues to be healthy.
All right, so
Now coming
obviously
up
looking
in
good so far.
about
Look at the
10
glowing
seconds, that entry burn is going to start. Hopefully
pipe
you'll
work
watch the
there.
video and you'll be able to watch. Let's listen in on the call-outs.
Stage 1 FTS is safe.
All right, we're on entry burn.
burn has started.
Look at that flame.
Incredible what that fire looks like in the upper atmosphere.
Like a freaking nebula, dude.
For about another 18 or so
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so a little back-to-back action now as we see stage 1 coming back down towards Earth, stage 2 still making its way up into outer space. The Dragon still nestled on top, getting ready.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
And there's the end of that stage 1 shutdown.
Yeah, re-entry burn looks like a nebula, while the second engine looks like the sun.
Okay, so
Yeah.
stage 1's going to continue to coast its way down using those grid fins for attitude control and steering.
Have the stream label under, like what category?
And in
It's science and technology. I thought about doing just chatting, but
Nah, fuck that.
coming up in about 10
no,
seconds.
this is our home.
That doesn't make any sense. Yeah,
Science and tech
seriously.
is our home.
Yeah.
Impact's throttling down for Seco.
Okay, here comes the.
And we
Look
have
how
a successful
fast it cools
shutdown.
down too,
Impact.
though.
All right,
All right, let's see inside the capsule.
stage 1 landing burn is supposed to start.
Oh, stage 1 landing burn.
Stage 1 will be traveling
I hope we
at
get a feed.
275 meters per second. That single engine burn is going to bring that from 275 to 0.
We did just hear that stage 1 landing burn has started.
Oh, downlink, fuck. Obviously, in mission control, they have a fucking feedback. Oh,
All right, let's see if we get it.
There we go. It looks like some rough waves out there.
oh.
Ooh.
It slid a little bit. See it slide to the left a little bit. Must have hit some chop.
Ship about 500 kilometers away from where it launched from. The vehicle will now undergo its safing procedures, and the recovery team will make sure it's strapped down, and it'll make its way back to Earth. Or sorry, back to
Earth.
So there's still a lot more to go here. We have Dragon separation coming up. Let's go back
It's
to
moving a little bit.
cover that next big milestone.
Wow, what a landing. Coming up very shortly in just about 20 seconds here, the Dragon spacecraft is going to be separating from the top of the Falcon 9 rocket. Separation should be occurring around 11 minutes and 5 seconds. Just about now.
There it goes.
Dragon, separation confirmed.
Very far. Must have it really strapped down.
Oh, nice and gentle.
You're looking at a view from the top of the second stage of the Falcon 9 rocket. And hard to make out in the shadow of the Earth, but that is the Dragon 2 spacecraft flying in space for the first time after a successful separation. This is a great day for everyone here at SpaceX and NASA. Let's go back over to Gary Johnson and see how they're handling it over there. It's kind of crazy over here. How is it over there, Gary?
Thanks, Tom. We were.
So is the capsule actually on an intercept course to the ISS, or is this just?
Yes. Yeah, it's going to have to coast on its intercept course for like something like 20 hours or something like that.
Yeah, I remember I actually watched the last Dragon capsule to connect because I was up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and I happened to notice they were live.
So usually the Canada arm on the International Space Station will grab it and berth the capsule. But this time, I believe they're going to do the autonomous docking procedure with the new docking port that they put up last year.
6 a.m. tomorrow. We'll continue to monitor
That'll be an interesting
Dragon
watch.
during that time. In the meantime, we'll toss to Lauren and Dan to witness some of these final milestones of Dragon now that it is in orbit.
20 hours from now.
No, it says 6 a.m. Oh, tomorrow. Yeah.
Right about now, we'll be awaiting solar array deployment. But as a reminder, Dragon has solar array body mounted.
Sunday at 6 a.m. Eastern, so 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Dragon is doing awesome.
That's right, and as Tom just mentioned, the nose cone is going to be
That's
opening,
all right.
and that's going to expose those guidance and navigation control sensors and the docking
Start the stream
mechanism.
at 3 a.m.
And then pretty soon, the Dragon's going to execute that series of burns to gradually raise its orbit up to align more closely with the International Space Station.
Oh.
Quick mission overview recap. We had a
So apparently the Dragon capsule is going to boost itself, maybe using the nitrogen RCS system. I wouldn't imagine that it would need the actual. I wouldn't imagine that it needs the
and a big thank you to the Eastern Range for helping make today's launch possible.
Dragon's mission obviously far
side
from over.
engines. What are those called? God, why am I blanking on those?
It's going to arrive
The attitude thrusters.
No, those are that's RCS, but no,
the ejection thrusters.
Yeah.
Which ones? Okay.
I'm forgetting what they're called.
We'll be broadcasting Dragon's arrival and docking live on SpaceX.com and NASA TV. Our coverage will begin at 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time, so be sure to follow SpaceX and NASA on social media for real-time updates. Thank you again for watching, and hopefully you'll join us.
3:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. So maybe when we end the stream on the dev stream on Sunday, I'll switch it over to the. I'll switch it over to the
10, 9,
live stream and just leave it on.
7, 6.
Yeah, it starts at 12.
No, it's Sunday at 3 a.m. So it
starts at midnight.
So it's coasting for.
They're starting their live stream at midnight on Sunday. Pacific. So maybe after we're done, I'll just leave the stream on and switch to the webcast.
Dude, midnight Sunday is Sunday morning.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
coast for 24 hours.
Okay, so then I guess I'll leave it on tomorrow night.
Math. Shit.
Yeah, I keep forgetting it's still, well, it's just turned Saturday, but today was Friday for us West Coasters. Okay. Well, that's that.
Wow, they cut that pretty quickly, huh?
Yeah. Just looking through their press kit here.
Okay, so instantaneous launch window opens at 2:49. Where's the docking?
400 pounds of crew supplies and equipment. In addition, mass simulators. Yeah, they put mass simulators on it too. Because this the
test device, ATD.
Head, neck, and spine together. Gotta. Oh. ISS docking. Sunday, March 3rd. That's approximately 6 a.m. Eastern
3
time.
a.m.
Our time. Yeah, Sunday morning. Okay. Five days. Yeah, they're saying docked, not birth, so they are going to use the, autonomously dock. So they won't have to use the Canada arm at all, which means that it should dock fairly quickly relative to how long it takes for them to berth craft.
Dude, I was
using the Canada arm.
The thing barely moved in 3 hours. I was like trying to be entertained, and it was just horrifically boring.
Let's see if there's like a these are all berthing. They're not even like, there's got to be at least images of the, this is, oh, that's a small picture. Yeah, this is what they're trying to accomplish here. So this is the new docking port that they installed last year on the ISS. And the Dragon capsule literally just, boom. But apparently no one made like a 3D simulation of it or anything for a video. Not that I know of, at least.
Well, we'll be able to watch it, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know, when fucking recording it.
This is a better example. So this is what it looks like when it's berthed over here on the right, but then it'll be much quicker and easier to just lock it in. It's crazy to me that it took so long for that to come about, but I'm I'm glad it's happening.
I know, right? Like, it's about time that the Americans started putting their own astronauts into space.
Again. Well, the space shuttle used to do it. But the space shuttle program stopped, I believe, in 2011.
So it's been, 8 years since Americans put astronauts in space.
Yeah. And even before that, we were still kind of flying Soyuz as well. And they were doing some stuff. Because, like, the space shuttle was so expensive, dude. It was insane. $196 billion in total program cost from 1977 until her first crewed flight. But yeah, 1977 to 2011. It's really too bad. I feel like the United States wasted a lot of time. The space shuttle program.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot more missions that we could have gotten out of it. I mean, we did get Hubble up there.
Yeah, for $200 billion, yeah.
Yeah, fucking Christ. So, does SpaceX, I guess, does the Falcon Heavy have enough carrying capacity to put something up like the James Webb Telescope?
It's not about the carrying capacity, the weight limit. It's about the size of the payload bearing. Apparently. And also, James Webb has already been contracted to fly on a, I believe it's a Delta Heavy. Ariane 5. So yeah, I mean, if they were flying it with like a Falcon Heavy, it would be about half the price, maybe less. But I'm not sure the payload fairing is big enough. It's not about the carrying capacity, because the Ariane 5 does about the same amount as the Falcon 9 full thrust, which was Block 4. Not even the latest Block 5 Falcon 9. Fairing. I mean, like, it would have been cool if the BFR was completed, because with the 9-meter diameter on that, they may have been able to just fit the fucking James Webb Telescope in there, unfolded, and not have to worry about like the unfolding of the mirrors in space. I'm not sure about that though. Let me see what the diameter of it is. Yeah, diameter is only 6.5 meters. So it could totally have flown on the BFR were it completed in time. Yeah, its launch mass is only 14,300 pounds, which, you know, the Falcon 9 and the Ariane 5 can carry up to 40,000 pounds. But it's also not going to low Earth orbit, so I guess there's that to consider. Yeah, they have to like fold it into the fairing like this craziness. Oh wait, now it's saying the dimensions are 20 by 14 meters. So I suppose maybe the mirrors could have been blown, unfolded, but not the sun shield. Because the sun shield's the big...
Yeah.
I mean, look at the size of this thing. It's fucking huge.
It's to keep the instruments from the sun. Gotta get them clean images, dude.
Yeah, especially with it being a infrared telescope. Gotta keep that heat separated. Yeah, that's gonna be so stressful, man. There's so many things that could go wrong. Yeah, the Ariane 5's payload fairing is 4.57 meters by 16.19 meters. Yeah, just the primary mirror is 6.5 meters. So, as far as I can tell, that would totally fit inside the BFR. My God. The projected payload capacity is 220,000 pounds to low Earth orbit.
Wow. I can't wait to see that thing fucking launch into the air, dude.
Its first flight's going to happen before the planned launch of this James Webb.
Well, maybe they'll get a new contract.
Well, either way, the thing's been designed to be folded up, so I don't know. It would be cool to unfold it on Earth and then launch it and then just have to unfold the sun shield. It's just so many less things that could go wrong.
If anything fucking rattles around the wrong way during launch.
Well, I mean, every component, including the entire satellite, have already been tested multiple times for shake. What they usually do is they'll put it on a test bed and then they'll like rock it back and forth at like different frequencies, and then they'll also put it in this room that's like an acoustic test, and it's just got giant subwoofers all over the walls, and they'll project like literally ear bleeding volumes of sound just blasting at different frequencies at the instrumentation.
Well, I mean, they got to make sure that they do, so that they, I mean, in the orbit that they're putting it at, you need to make sure that it's not going to fuck up, because it's going to be a lot harder for them to get out there and shit when it goes wrong. It's not like the Hubble that was like in near Earth orbit.
Right. And something did go wrong with Hubble, and it's a good thing it was in near Earth orbit, low Earth orbit, because
yeah. And I guess at the very least, luckily we have we now have cheaper launch options.
Yeah, for anything that goes up after this. It won't have to be over-engineered just to fit inside the payload fairing as much.
The part, though, will still be getting people out there, because they would essentially have to launch it like a Dragon or something like that. What crude spacecrafts do we have that can go to the moon right now?
None. None that are human rated. Because the Soyuz capsule is human rated. It's the only one in the world right now, I think, that's currently able to like fly humans today. This is Soyuz.
Only goes to low Earth or orbit, right?
Yeah, because the Soyuz spacecraft, and then there's the rocket. Soyuz payload to LEO is 14,000 pounds, and the spacecraft itself is, doesn't say. Interesting. Doesn't say how heavy it is. Maybe that's just part of the rocket? So many moving parts. What's this here?
Yeah,
the L2 Lagrange point, yeah.
There's beauty in the simplicity of the SpaceX rockets, you know? It's like 2 parts. Like, that's all you fucking need, you know? Not a whole bunch of other shit going on.
Yeah, there isn't a bunch of jettisoning of crap.
Like 4 boosters and then release like second stage. It's just get up there.
Yeah, the James Webb's gonna sit there, and that's because, well, I mean, I guess it'll orbit around the L2 point, so that it's not going to be directly in the shadow of the Earth, but it's definitely going to be not easily reachable again. From what I understand, not impossible, but certainly not easy. And currently, definitely not reachable with humans.
They'd have to build a fucking city to send it up there to fix the thing.
Yeah.
Remote control. And remote control would be hard as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the time lag would be from there, but I'm sure it wouldn't exactly be fast.
I don't know. Let's see. I guess I can take the L2 1.5 million kilometers. So let's see here. So divided by 1,000. So that's 299,792 kilometers.
How many kilometers is it?
Per second, and it's 1.5 million. So if I copy this and go 1.5
seconds.
Million divided by,
yeah, it's 5 seconds.
5 seconds. And that's not bad, honestly.
It's not too bad, especially if you're moving like extremely slow.
Mm-hmm.
Doable. But you would still have to build the damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and there isn't really a plan for that at all. So,
I mean, they still don't have any type of launch date. They have been upgrading it every time, you know, new science comes along.
There's mostly just been delays through unforeseen crap. Where's it at? had it pulled up. Where did I have it? Oh, here it is. Schedule issues. Repairs and additional testing included underestimates of the telescope's cost that failed to budget for expected technical glitches, missed budget projections, and evaluation of components to estimate extreme launch conditions. That's extending the schedule and increasing costs further. One reason for the early cost growth is it's difficult to forecast the cost of development because they have to invent all this shit.
It's true.
To be over 10 billion when completed. However, that's still cheaper than the projections on Trump's wall, so whatevs.
Yeah, we'd rather build a wall than a fucking rocket.
Now, I mean, types of images it's going to produce are not visible light images. They're going to be infrared images. This isn't, because Hubble has an infrared sensor on it as well. So this is like a comparison of what it sees in visible and infrared light. But because James Webb is going to be 6.5 meter diameter, whereas the Hubble is like 3 or 2 or something like that, it's going to be able to see way farther and way higher resolution.
It's searching for planets. That's why it's not about capturing nebula. It wants to see through that shit and see the change in like light signature from the stars it's seeing.
Its primary mission is actually to search for light from the first stars and galaxies that formed in the universe after the Big Bang. Because currently the furthest we can see stars are with infrared ground-based telescopes. Study planetary systems, so it will do that. And it can see through the crap, like you were saying, to see the stars underneath that are being birthed. It'll still be nice. I mean, the L2 point would be cool. We'll still be able to get data.
Fast. That's
relatively
cool
high
too,
bandwidth,
like,
too. Now, I wonder how long its mission is going to be. Or how long it was designed to last for. Yeah, the last couple delays were one in March 2018. Delayed the launch after the telescope's sunshield ripped during a practice deployment. And then it was delayed again in June, following recommendations from an independent review board. Oh, the mission duration is 5 years. And the mission goal is 10 years. Yeah. Isn't that insane?
They expect it to operate?
Development began in '96, so fucking 23 years ago. So 23-year development and build and cycle to launch a best case scenario 10-year mission. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh boy. I mean, yeah. Like
I mean, this is why I don't mind like the privatization of the space industry, but I think that it's also kind of scary because our first examples have been such, I guess, benevolent examples.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seems even with Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin, it's more or less, maybe not benevolent, but certainly not malevolent. It's just business oriented.
Yeah. They're not like, I just want to like fucking own the space.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. That's about it, I guess. Wonder if there's any news on Teslarati. Usually has all the updated news on BFR. They don't actually have a BFR could cost less to build than the Falcon 9.
That's extreme to say.
Look at this render. How big it would look.
Shit.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Starhopper hop tests and super heavy construction could begin respectively as early as March and April 2019. So if things go right, because this is post-February, so this is after the top of the hopper fell over and needed to be completely like refabbed. This could be this month, sometime in the next 30 days that we see the first hop test.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
It looks so flimsy. I know that it's like
compared to what the actual.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they're just building it as cheaply as possible. I think it's just like it's more for
just
testing
the engines,
VTOL capabilities, and wrapping their heads around the simulations that they've probably been running for months, maybe even years. just chipping away at it, just getting the fucking thing up there ASAP. I mean, hell, there's even like the talk of the actively cooled heat shield.
Oh yeah.
Do you know about that?
They've been doing testing on that, haven't they?
Yeah, a
Or
little
were they
bit.
testing the preliminary, like the earlier version?
I mean, they're not going to have it on the hopper. There's no need. It's going to be suborbital.
Yeah.
But on the hot side of the rocket, where it'll re-enter, there'll be double thick walls of stainless steel, and then the outer skin of it will have like all these micropores in a grid, just like dotting the entire thing, and they'll feed like probably like small amounts of methane through there to kind of like actively cool the surface. I wonder why they moved it to Texas. They probably figured out logistics was going to be too much if they built it in LA and then had to ship all the 9-meter diameter parts. Like, you can't put a 9-meter payload on a semi-truck and fucking drive it down the freeway. It's too big. 30 feet. Like, you can't fucking drive that on a freeway. And it's like, why not build it where they're going to launch it? I wonder how they're going to do it in the future, though, when they have to have the BFR launching from Florida and Vandenberg and God knows where else. Texas, maybe.
Huh. Well.
Well,
All
yeah,
right, man.
I think
I'm
yeah.
gonna go to bed.
Cool.
Well, I'll see you Sunday morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I am already here on Saturday night, so I won't have to deal with traffic or any of that crap.
I've been surprised how much fucking traffic there's been.
I know. It seems like somehow people are figuring out more ways to get in accidents. But yeah, all right, man. Have a good night. End the stream here.
Thanks for whoever watches this post time, because I don't think anybody stopped by.
Yeah, a couple of bots, you know.
You know, whatever it takes.
Yeah. All right. Well, take it easy.
All right, man. I'll see you.
All right, bye. And good night, everyone. Sayonara.